Sup guys, it's Dima from Martial Club. Andy and Brian are out of town, so it's just me today. But I wanted to talk to you guys about something interesting. For those of you who follow Hong Kong action cinema, you might have heard last Friday that Wilson Ip and Donnie Yen are teaming up yet again for the production of Ip Man 4. Yeah, really. By my count, that's 6 mainstream Ip Man movies, and to be honest, my thoughts on that are a little mixed. On the one hand, you've got a 4th movie. I mean, movies are good as trilogies, but once you go past that, it gets really outlandish. And we've seen that happen again with franchise after franchise. You know, we've seen that happen with Terminator, with Rocky, with RoboCop. Oh, and my favorite, Nipples and Tights. I mean Batman. Batman, that was the one. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know exactly where they're gonna go next with the story of Ip Man. I mean, like, really, what's next? Ip Man in space. Like, seriously, who's he gonna fight next? I mean, we're running out of races to target, and honestly, I don't want to see it get old. I mean, they've done a lot for the story of Ip Man and the story of Wing Chun in the last decade, and like, the mythos of it is really nice, but if you keep doing it, it's gonna get diluted. People are gonna get bored with it and they'll take it less seriously. So that's one of my concerns, and actually that's most of my concern, because I also have a little bit of excitement for the project. I mean, one, Donnie Yen is the man, right? Like, he's our favorite, and to see him still going at it, even when he's in his 50s and everybody else is about to call it quits, that is awesome. Like, that's really awesome. So yeah, I mean, I do get excited every time I see Donnie Yen on screen, and I'm always willing to give him a shot. And another thing to mention is that the Ip Man sequels have consistently brought new things to the table. I mean, they changed it up from Ip Man 1 to Ip Man 2. I mean, it was cool seeing just Wing Chun on the screen in Ip Man 1. Ip Man 2, you started to see it against other styles like boxing and in Hong Kong and other styles of Kung Fu. And I even think that they did a good job upping the game in Ip Man 3. You know, earlier I voiced concern over switching from the action direction style of Sammo Hung to Yuen Woo-ping, but it was a great transition. They managed to bring some really interesting fight sets to the picture, and I am interested to see what they'll think of next. So I do believe that they have a chance to up the game and give us something fun to watch. Another thing I feel is really interesting, and I'm not sure exactly where they're going to go with it, but you know, this whole phenomenon with Ip Man, we've seen it before. You know, in the early 90s, and pretty much throughout this whole century, Wang Feihong was someone that they totally splashed up there on the screens. He actually has a record in the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest continuous film series. And I feel like Ip Man is quickly getting there. And the trend that we observe is that we see a normal human being portrayed on screen, and suddenly he's elevated from just a normal human being to, you know, the status of myth, legend, and ultimately symbol. Because I feel like the Chinese people projected a meaning onto Wang Feihong. He was their champion, you know, their pride, at a time when China was just getting stomped on by every other country. And he was, you know, a source of pride during a time of oppression. And I feel like Ip Man is very quickly going to take on a similar significance. But will it be the same story? I don't know. I don't think so. I think he's going to tell a different story about China, about the resilience of China. I mean, you think about it. The Central Kingdom was once the biggest and, you know, greatest empire in the world. And in recent times, like 100 years ago, they were nothing. They were Dong A Beng Fu, right? The sick man of Asia. And now they're re-emerging in the world, both politically and economically, as a superpower. And I feel like somehow they're going to project that onto Ip Man. I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing for the movies, but we'll see. I'm very interested. Either way, I've talked a lot about this already, but I want to hear your thoughts. So what do you think about Ip Man 4? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Who should be in it? What kind of fights should it have? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and I'm really looking forward to hear what you guys think. As always, if you like what we do, please be sure to like this video, subscribe to Martial Club, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, support us on Patreon, and if you haven't gotten your Martial Club shirt yet, keep in mind, they're on sale at bigcartel.com. Be sure to get one. And yeah, those are my thoughts on Ip Man 4. Let me know what you think.